faith is a miracle working faith. Miracles display the power of our God. And the greatest miracle of all was Christ walking out of that grave. And because he has, so will you. He walked on water and called Peter to do the same. So will you. He healed a lame man. Peter and John did the same. So will you. We have a miracle working God who yearns for us to be his vessel, his ambassadors, his instruments of peace. We are the scepter in Christ's hands. He points and his will is done. Jesus said, "Very truly I tell you, whoever believes in me will do the works I have been doing, and they will do even greater things than these, because I am going to the Father." What a wonderful promise. Our God is not dead, but alive. And those signs, wonders, and miracles of old are still relevant today. We need only to have faith as small as a mustard seed, and then the mountains will move. How do we get such faith? A mustard seed is hardly visible, and the very notion that this tiny seed is a prerequisite for unleashing God's awesome power is a mystery. Yes, we can ask for faith, as it is a gift freely given by God, but it doesn't end with just a request and then waiting to be endowed with this amazing gift. We must allow God to break up the cement that has formed and hardened in us through our desire to be in control and our reluctancy to admit that we are powerless. To walk on water, you have to be as light as a feather. To be as light as a feather, you must empty yourself of all those cemented false foundation that you rest on. Like a vessel caught in a mighty storm, you have to throw objects overboard to make the boat lighter. Barrels of provisions, clothes, prized possessions. You may even have to throw the navigational equipment or integral parts of the ship's structure overboard. At this point, you realize that you cannot lean on these things. Even your mastery of the open waters or the navigational instruments is of no use to you in this situation. It is so counterintuitive. Such is our faith. We are called to set aside the things that we cling onto in order to feel in control, the things that give us a false sense of security, the things the circular world says we cannot live without, and become empty, acknowledging our weaknesses, our powerlessness, and our complete dependency on Christ rather than on ourselves. Take the analogy of a car needing fuel to get from A to B. When the tank is full, you are confident you can make the journey, and you can even afford to hit the gas a bit more. You depend on petrol for your car to function. How would you respond if you were told to top up your car with water as opposed to petrol? You just can't see how that would work. In your mind, you have envisioned how your car will be ruined and the ridicule you would face as you fill your car up with water as opposed to petrol. But faith calls us to look through the eyes of Jesus and not man. We have a miracle working faith, and it is freely given. When God says, "I want to top up your car with water," trust is required. Forget everything you think you know about the mechanics of a car. Put aside uncertainties and doubts caused by the unknown. Remember that the water Jesus gives is life-giving, miracle-working, life-transforming, and it is free. As we empty ourselves and totally surrender all our behaviors and the things other than Him that we lean on, we can be rest assured that as our weaknesses and powerlessness are exposed, we can be strong in Christ. Your human strength cannot co-rule with Christ's awesome power. Two masters may lay claim to one throne, but one has to be an imposter. Who is the imposter? Only one can wield the scepter, and the other must either submit and become a vessel or make his own way in exile. I choose to take a knee before the King of Kings and submit to become a vessel of God's peace, love, and power. What will you choose today? God bless you.